Hello sexy souls and welcome back to my channel. So for today's reading I don't have any piles, I'm just going to be using the Spellcaster's Tarot today and then 2 oracle decks. And we are going to be looking at why you are still single. I know for me, like, it's kind of 2 different ways. You're either still single because you're afraid of getting into a relationship and getting hurt, me, in the past, or you're single because, quite frankly, you're happy being single and you are liking this, journey of finding yourself and all of that. So most of the time, people who are on a more spiritual kind of path tend to be alone a lot more and be happy being alone. That solitude kind of witchy person. But for me, I just want to say, I always was very avoidant of getting into a relationship. And I kind of know where that came from and everything. So I was always very hesitant about getting into a relationship. I wanted it, but I didn't want it, and then I would end up pushing people away and all of that. And then I got into a relationship and my heart was broke, and then I had to pick up the pieces again. And now I am quite happy being single, and I don't really have any plans on meeting anyone anytime soon. But whatever happens, happens. But yeah, I kind of, weirdly enough, now I used to always I was so confused with my sexuality and all of that, and all of these labels are you bisexual, are you gay, what are you? And I was just I don't know, I really didn't know exactly what to say to people, because I didn't really know if I actually was attracted to men, because I went to a psychic and she told me the reason that I wasn't in a relationship was because I was very psychic myself. That's the first time I actually found out that I was very intuitive. She told me that I'm very psychic myself, and I already know if this is going to go anywhere, so I just don't bother. So a lot of people might resonate with that, where you meet someone and you just know, deep down, that it's not going to go anywhere, even if you try and make it work. You just know that you aren't going to want to be with this person, and that's very normal for someone who is quite psychic. So don't see that as oh, I can't meet anyone because I just ruin everything. You're not ruining everything, you're just knowing that it's just not going to work out. So that is something that you should just know. And as well, we get into relationships that we're meant to be in, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. So if you get into a relationship and whatever, it was really good at the start, honeymoon phase, all of that, and then it just went to absolute shit, then there's a reason for all of that, and it's probably gotten you to this point now where you're kind of, maybe some of you are stuck and you're single for such a long time, and you're just when is this going to change? It'll change when you are ready for it to change. Or when the universe is here you go, here's a test, now be in that relationship for a while and get out of this rut that you're in. So that's kind of how it all works. But we're going to look anyway, and we're going to choose the piles. One last thing, me and Aqua Arcana, it's so funny, just before I kind of moved, we had this phrase where we called ourselves soul sexuals. So I am not gay, I am not bi, I am a soul sexual. I am literally attracted to someone's soul. I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't really have a type anymore. If I can feel your soul, or just see how much good of a person you are, I think that's what attracts me more. Even, it's on a deeper level than personality. It's I don't know, it's you really just see their whole aura. I don't see auras, but you get the gist of it. So you can use that. Anyone asks you what your sexual orientation is, just say, I'm a soul sexual, So we are going to just shuffle on camera. So I have 3 rocks that I collected at the beach the other day when I was just lying down on the sand. So this is the first group number 1. Okay, there you go. Choose one of the rocks. This is group number 2. This is the big one. I love the shine. And group number 3. And there you go. So if you aren't really sure which rock to choose, just close your eyes and think of a number between 1 and 3, and the first number that pops into your head is your pile. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to kind of prepare myself, actually. Hold on. Hello, group number 1. So let's get into your reading and see, why are you still single? So, by the way, I'm not the best shuffler. Okay. I'm going to choose 3 cards. Yeah, feel like 3. Oh, this is a good pile. You are definitely the pile that is working on your finances and really wanting to go after your financial goals and what you want to aspire to be in your life. A lot of you are quite strict with people's bullshit, or putting up with people's bullshit. You're not really, I don't know. Let's just start with the 3 of Cups reversed. I feel like in the past you really just kind of went with what everyone else was doing, or you didn't really understand. For some of you, you didn't really understand why people were in these relationships that you could clearly see wasn't going to work out. For some of you, you may have even gotten into those similar kind of relationships just to kind of fit in with everyone else and what your friends were doing in the past. And I think that a lot of you realized that it just didn't vibe with you. You were like, why do I have to be in a relationship? Because being in a relationship is holding me back from what I want to do in life. So a lot of you have that kind of energy as well. I also feel like some of you are kind of struggling with trusting people, because you may have had a friend that kind of, or you may have had several. Some of you may have had the same kind of thing happen to you, where people in your circle went behind your back and, either hooked up with someone that you were interested in, or hooked up with your ex or something like that, and you just kind of really you're not ready to get into a relationship yet, just because of what has happened in the past. So kind of going back and thinking on those people that have either done that to you and forgiven them, like do a little meditation or something and think back to when that happened and how you want to react in the past. So you imagine yourself and maybe you acted really like angry, which is understandable, but go back into your past, because we can go into the future, we can also go into the past and change our outcome of the present moment. So what you would want to kind of do there is go back and maybe hug that person and say, listen, I know you effed up, but I forgive you. I want to move on with my life. This is obviously just a lesson. La 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 la. So using what you know now as someone who is more spiritual, and going back and kind of reanalyzing that. That's what I feel for that. Okay. But the rest of you, you just didn't really get the whole dating thing. You were just kind of more of an old soul, and a lot of you were not really into like the clubbing and all of that and hooking up that way. You would rather do like go on a first date, a first kiss, and ease your way into it. But it's kind of hard in today's society. We have the Emperor. This is telling me that you are single because you are quite content with what you have and what is going for you in your life right now. You are sitting there and you know that anybody that comes into your life and tries to tell you to do such and such, you will put them in your place and say, listen, don't have time for that. Okay, no, goodbye. So you're very direct, not in a rude way, but you're just like, okay, this clearly isn't going to work, so no. You will not be moved. You won't have your mind changed. You have your ways, and you're set in your ways, and whatever it is that you're going after, if it's finances, or some of you, I feel like it's more like getting finances so that you can travel, okay? I feel like you really want to explore, but right now you need to sit on your throne there and really work out how you're going to get to that point. But a lot of you, I feel like you're more of the explorer. You're explorers. So that's what I'm picking up from this. This pile, honestly, I have the Justice card here. And this is telling me that you guys are going to be all right. You're all going to completely attract. I feel like you're going to attract whatever you resonate more with. You're going to have it both. Divine masculine and divine feminine. Well, that's the way I'm seeing them, the yin and the yang, and that's what you're going to have in the future. You're going to have a lot of balance in your life. The Justice card is talking all about fairness. So I really feel like you're looking for a relationship that just works out. Everything is fair. You take what I say, I take what you say. There's no like hiding things. It's all out in the open. It's like all or nothing, and that's the kind of relationship that everyone should be aspiring to get into. So applaud to you. Okay, so I really I like that you know exactly the type of relationship that you want to be in, and you will not settle for less. You're like, here is what I want. If you can't do that for me, I'm sorry, it's not going to work. It's not that you're a bitch or a dick. You're basically just like that. This is the way it is, and if you don't want that, then I don't want you. Simple. That's it. You have no problem with turning your back on someone if they just really, it's not going to work out. You're not the type of person to lead someone on, because I feel like you've learned from the past of like, you might have led people on for a little bit and then you just realized that you did more damage to them and yourself. Like it didn't work out either way. I'm just going to choose, I don't know why I chose this deck, because it's talking about abundance, but it kind of makes sense for people who are single. So this is the Angel of Abundance card deck by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so God is your source. I'm just going to read from the book. I just wanted to read because I've never really read from the book. Is this alphabetical order or there? Okay, so God is your source. This card reminds you that your job is not to source. This card reminds you that your job is not your source. God is. Okay. When you worry about your work or whether people will buy your product or service, you are blocking your flow of abundance. It's time to focus upon your true source of energy that you need for your life and your purpose. God is omnipresent, which means all around you, all the time. God, source. I like to just say universe. You can use whatever refers to you. So that means that source is within you and every situation you are concerned about. Take whatever worry you have and put it in words. For example, getting a promotion and raise at work, or selling my home. Like really, basically what this is saying is really saying exactly what you want in regards to like your finances and everything. And I think that's kind of how this will start to come into play then. Once you're kind of a little bit too stuck, I did feel that you're a little bit too stuck in your ways, and you need to be more direct about certain things to yourself, not to others, because I feel like you're fine with that. Like, you know how to act around others. It's more about how you want to act to your own core, how you want to treat yourself. That's what I'm getting from this. So then add, God, please help me selling my home, or God, please help me getting a promotion, or whatever. Feel the immediate positive energy shift as you move from worrying to prayer. Your renewed faith opens the door to miraculous solutions. Keep in mind, though, that prayers are often answered in unexpected ways. This is so true. Like, a lot of the times I ask for stuff and I'm very, very specific, and something really drastic happens, and I really didn't think about what I was trying to manifest at all. And then when you think back, there's always a reason for whatever happens. We have to kind of just trust that it's happening for the greater good. And that's all about relationships as well. Like, all of your exes, there was a reason, and if you're attracting the same kind of people, you need to work on something within, and you're ignoring something, and you're avoiding some sort of a trigger, or just maybe the way that you've been, the society that you've been living in, we've all been living in, might be having an effect. But for you guys, I really don't feel like you really have anything like that. It's more about security. You're more interested in being secure with yourself first, which is really, really, really good. And one last oracle card. Invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. For me, I do feel like some of you have a little bit of trust issues here with this. Some of you, it's trusting yourself or not trusting yourself. So a lot of you might think that I'm going to get into a relationship and it's going to be over before I know it, because I know what I'm like. A lot of you need to work on that, because you feel like the minute you get into a relationship, you just start to get a little bit bored or something, and you don't like too much affection, or you don't like someone trying to dominate you. You are the one that is dominating your life. So if someone, I feel like it's not, for a lot of you, I don't think it's someone trying to dominate you. It's more so, you know, that skeleton, that kind of icky feeling of someone constantly wanting your attention when she's just like, I was just having a shower, can you get out please? You know, I'm washing myself here. Like someone just being a little bit too needy. You just really might be, maybe that's what's happening here. I feel like a lot of you are attracting needy people, and that is something that you could try and work with and find out why is that happening to you. Okay, but that's all I have for you, group number 1. If you would like to work one-on-one with me, because I'm going to be changing my the way that I do my readings. I want to work one-on-one with people who really need some support, and they're really confused about their relationships. So that's what I want to move towards. So I'm still going to do personal readings for now, and I don't know, I might still leave the option there, but I want to start working with people who need support or understanding and healing within their relationship. So please feel free to email me. I haven't created my website properly yet, but I'm working on it. So you can just email me if you would like to work one-on-one with me, and I can explain to you how that is going to work. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please give this a like so more people can see this video, and click the notification bell if you haven't already, so you can stay updated when I update you. Okay, I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Hello, group number 2. So let's get into the reading and see why you are still single. I'm going to choose, I'm going to choose 3 cards just to start with. Okay, that was too many. My shuffling is really bad today. Sorry. Okay, right. None wants to fall out. Apart from the whole deck wanted to fall out, but we can't do that. Okay, one more. Okay. I want one more because this is a bit interesting. I'm picking up two different energies here. Okay. And one more for this. Sorry, I need more because I am feeling different. Okay. Okay. Right, so I want to start with the Knight of Wands. I feel like you were someone who was very adventurous when it comes to meeting people. You were very confident and a little bit bold and like a kind of a flirtatious way, and I feel like you got around. I feel like a lot of you experienced a lot of different types of relationships. You were more of the energy, I feel. This is why it was kind of hard to pinpoint where I was going with this, but I feel like the majority of you, take whatever resonates, but the majority of you, I feel like you were the explorers. You were wanting to try be with different types of people, and I feel like you didn't really have a type. You were, the way I'm looking at this is like, this is the Knight of Wands. He's the one who wants to travel and go to different countries, and I feel like you were the type of person who liked different cultures, people with different background cultures, and you just, I don't know, you're very flowy in your past anyway, and very sexually attractive. That could be like physically, people were very like looks wise, they were like, whoa, damn. And then as well, there's some sort of people followed you as well. I feel like a lot of people kind of like, you might have had a lot of stalkery kind of energy as well, and you were always like trying to get away from that. But that's why I feel like in the past, kind of that was your energy. And then I have the Wheel of Fortune. Like, you can get anyone you want. Like, there is no doubt about it. If you put your mind to it, you're very lucky in that sense. But I had to pick another card, and I have the Tower card here. This is a very positive card. Like, the Wheel of Fortune is like a wheel, so you don't really know where it's going to land. And I just had that vibe, I had that feeling that a lot of you are very lucky with attracting someone, but you're just not attracting the person that is going to change your life. I don't know, you're expecting something like this Tower card. You're expecting some sort of a situation where you are completely either swept off your feet, or you are just like, oh my god, you are my world, you are my everything, da 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 da. I feel like some of you are wanting like this really intense, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting a lot of thoughts, like a lot of you want more drama. You want more passion. You want more of like excitement. You want it to be like hot and heavy. And you kind of, I'm getting for some of you, actually like the drama. You like the chase, okay? And the thing about that is that energy is a bit toxic. Reason being, because if you are constantly wanting to be chased all the time, that in a way is telling me that you are a little bit afraid of falling in love on a deeper level. And it's coming from you being, because I do feel like a lot of you are very, I don't know, your smile, a lot of you have a really nice smile, and a really, you just, the way that your posture is, I don't know, something about your posture and your smile. So for a lot of you, I hope that resonates. It's just that kind of energy for me of looking really good, okay? And you are constantly getting attention. People are looking at you all the time, whatever, okay? But you, in a way, for so many people, that is a bit of a curse in itself. It's like, yeah, you get the attention, but you really don't, deep down, you don't really like it. Because on a core level, I feel like a lot of you don't really accept yourself in some way or another. So you really need to find out where that's coming from. What are you insecure about? What things don't you like about yourself? And you need to start really changing the way that you analyze those things. So if you look in the mirror, and some of you may not like the shape of your nose or something, you need to, instead of saying like affirmations like, I love my nose, I love my nose, I am happy with my nose, you need to go deeper. So you need to say, what is it about your nose that you don't like, okay? And then you go from there. So you could be like, my nose is too big. And then, right, why do you think your nose is big? And then you go from there. My nose is big because my such and such person, blah, 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 told me that I had a big nose. And then you start to figure out where that came from and where that insecurity comes. So you need to go, this is like shadow work. So you ask a question, you write it down, or you can speak this out loud. Keep going and going until you get to the point where you're like, oh, right, you were the one, you fucked my life up making me think I had a big nose. See where that's coming? So for me, this is a very, very like, it's a really confusing energy, because on the outside, actually, people see that you are getting attention, and people are also seeing that you really don't know how to deal with the attention. Or for some of you, it's like you're getting all the attention and then you're really like screwing people over, and you're just really self-sabotaging. You're causing this tower to collapse. So anything that works out for you, it's like it just all crumbles into pieces because you either ruin it or you self-sabotage in some way, or you literally just on to the next person. Like you just want to, like, you know, keep going with the flow of life, when really there's an issue here, and it's avoiding something on a deeper level. And I really think that you guys need to really work on this, because in the future, I feel like the Three of Wands reversed is saying that, you know, the more we don't deal with our issues in life, the more we are building up this repressed energy, and it starts to build and build and build and build, and then all of our, like, we come out of alignment, and we start to really struggle more with extra things that we didn't even struggle with before. And I feel like with the Three of Wands here, for me, is starting to say that you're going to come to a point where you're at the cliff and nobody knows you're there. No one's looking up to you. If anything, they're looking down on you. And that is the kind of energy you don't want to be moving into. And as well, the Devil reversed. The Devil reversed for me in this situation feels like your addictions or your inner demons are the main root of the problem here, because you are avoiding a lot of things that you shouldn't be avoiding. Like, if it's For some of you, I feel like it's your weight. You can't, like, in your mind, you cannot look at yourself and think, I have the perfect body. Okay? So your mind is where this toxicity comes from. You're addicted to thinking negative thoughts, and that needs to change. And this is very, very strange, because on the outside it feels like it's not very noticeable to many people, and you are still getting that attention. Like, everyone's like, oh damn, look at that person, look at her, look at him. Okay, you're getting a lot of attention, but I feel like if you don't work on that, it's going to end up being like that. Like, looks fade, you know what I mean? Or age. We do get older. Doesn't mean we look older, but it's not that your looks are going to fade or you are going to get older. That was a joke. What I'm really saying is, if you don't work on your soul, let's just say that, if you don't work on yourself, you won't end up, you're gonna start, because I don't want to make you feel like, oh, I'm gonna end up looking worse, making you think, oh, this is going downhill. This is going to really change for you when you make that decision to say, right, this is it, I'm going to try and stop and get to that cliff and accept the people that look at me and say, look at her, you're almost there. I feel like a lot of you you're there, and it's just now is all about, how can I get to that point? Okay, I'm going to pull an oracle card now. This is an abundance deck. This says cooperation instead of competition. This, for me, it feels like you need to cooperate with the signs that you're being given from the universe, and also cooperate with yourself, and start to notice when you get these kind of more negative thoughts. Start to notice that. What's that book called? Oh, crap. There's a book that I'm listening to on Audible, and I forget the name of it. The Journey of the Soul? I think it's something like that. The Journey of the Soul. I'm terrible for remembering things. That's not the name, I don't think, but anyone who knows what the name is, it basically helps you distinguish that you are not your thoughts. The book is all about that. So it's telling you you're not your thoughts, and it teaches you how to be the observer of the thoughts. Because, you know, we have that constant, like, back and forth. Oh, I should go meet that person, but I don't really want to, but I really should, because then they'll be angry. You know, that back and forth conversation that people have with themselves, that is like what a lot of people are addicted to. They're addicted to having that, like, indecisive way of being in a way. Let me just read from the book quickly for that. Okay. There we go. The energy of competition is blocking your abundance. So the angels sent you this card to bring your awareness and help. Competition is based upon, I did feel like that. I feel like a lot of you have and had a lot of friends that were kind of jealous of you, and you felt like they were competing with you, and then it just became this kind of a twisted game that you've still kind of carried on into how you are now. When on a deeper level, people didn't really understand. Like, yes, you had a certain way of attracting people, and a lot of people were jealous because they thought, like, oh, look, they can just get whoever they want, or they're so confident, and A lot of really confident people aren't actually confident in other aspects, like have their looks and stuff. They're confident in talking and cooperating with people, but it's cooperating with this competition kind of what it's talking about. So really, I would say unfollowing these accounts that make you feel self-conscious, like Instagram accounts that are like people pretending that they have, you know, this amazing life when they really probably don't. Competition is based upon a lack mentality, which is an old energy believing that there's not enough good to go around. With the lack mentality, you put a message out into the universe that you must struggle to receive your portion of the pie, which really makes a lot of sense here. And so that struggle is what comes true for you. The angels are guiding you to release these beliefs in lack or competition. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you or beat it to you. Sorry, ADHD. Leave competitive. Oh my god, I should just quit while I'm ahead, right? My ADHD. I shouldn't have drank that coffee. Okay, leave competitive energy for football games and focus upon cooperating with potential partners to collectively create projects and offer services to help the world, with a focus upon service and cooperation instead of competition. Abundance will naturally flow to you. Okay, I don't really need to read that end bit because it was just repeating the same thing. So I am going to pick one more oracle card for you guys. This is just kind of a little bit of extra advice. We have back off. And for me, I feel like I'm picking up that some of you are very like open-minded and you're very like, because you like to flirt, okay? It's just I'm seeing that you kind of have a habit of going into that flirting phase and then you're like, oh, I should have backed off a long time ago because now they're getting clingy and I really am not interested. So, and some of you, it's not that you're flirty, but you feel like you have to give everyone the time of day, which is not really a good idea. If you feel like you just don't want this person annoying you, you just need to be firm and you need to say back off, okay? Because I respect myself. This is why I feel like this card is showing up. It's having a little bit more respect for yourself and saying like, do you know what, I'm not interested, so I'm just going to say, you know, back off a little bit. So just understand that having this kind of mentality for me is really hard. I always struggle with telling people to, you know, leave me alone, but I've gotten a lot better. Actually, I've gotten, it's not that, I don't know. Now with me, it's like I don't even need to tell people to back off because I've worked inwardly, and then that's what's reflecting outwardly back towards me. So people don't really bother me anymore because they just, I don't know, it's like energy does its work when I work on myself. So that's just something that I feel like you need to start doing more in your life, is just letting people know where your boundaries are, okay? And that goes for friends as well, and people who, you know, maybe a bit jealous of you, because I think this is where a lot of you are having this these problems, is having friends or family members that were jealous of you and made you insecure because of their way of manipulating you when you were younger to make you feel less, because that's what people do when they're jealous. They see you as a threat, let's say, or competition, or just someone that's got more than them, and then they, in a fucked up way, they don't mean it. Some of these people don't mean to do it, but they say things like, oh, you're so skinny, oh, and that's kind of not always the way to go about. Like there's certain ways of saying things, but when people are feeling really low, they say things that come across quite rude when really they're being positive, or they're being like, but really they're saying like, oh, I wish I was like you. And then that's not a really nice energy to someone to be putting towards you. So that I feel like that happens with a lot of people. Yeah, but yeah, that was a general reading. So just take whatever resonates. And if it did make sense, comment down below. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, I will be changing the way that I am doing my work here on my channel. So in the future, I want to work one-on-one with people on Skype, and for over a month, a period of a month, and work with them on Skype and see how they're doing, how things have changed, and I will go through different ways of healing, and we're basically going to try out different things for the first while, because I know certain things worked on me, and I want to now start helping people with practicing the same techniques and things that I've done for myself. So that's where I want to head with this channel. I will still be doing private readings for a little while until I get my website and everything sorted and this new path that I want to take, because I really want to focus only on relationships, and then also people healing from past relationships or past trauma. Like everything links to your past, so it's kind of healing the past is basically where I'm going. So I'm just blabbering on here, but if you would like, for now, just email me and I can add you. I should actually just really get an email. What are those things that everyone else does? You know, that email list where I can add people to it. Anyway, sorry, I'm just thinking in my own head here out loud. Yes, so like this video and leave a comment. I said that already, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Okay, there. What is wrong with the screen? Hello, group number 3. So let's see why you are still single. I'm going to choose 3 cards, but if I feel like I want to choose more, I will. So let's just start. Let's just get this moving. There we go. That kind of fell out. Oh. Okay. Okay. This is this is good energy. I will pull some more just for that. And one more for this King of Cups. Okay. A lot of you are just remember, take whatever resonates. If this doesn't resonate with you, I'm sorry. Come back another day. I'm just going to go with the energy that I feel. I feel like in the past you were attracting a lot of you older men who were more so in their feminine energy, and I feel like you were attracting people that were very loving, very motherly kind of energy, but not on a comfort level. It's more of a emotional level. Just very more, the people that you were attracting were driven by emotions and seeing you put your heart on your sleeve and all of that, and that's all fine and dandy, but we have the moon here, and it's telling me that there is some secrets about yourself that you don't want to share for a lot of you. And then for many more people here, I feel that you haven't even really gotten to that point where you want to remember certain things, or go back to your old ways, or how you used to be. You're more comfortable where you are right now, and how you've shaped your life into, in regards to like finances. I really feel like you're more content with what you have right now, and you don't want to go back into the past. This is the Six of Cups reversed. So this is kids' childhood. This is grandparents in the back. So I'm feeling like maybe a lot of you spent a lot of time with your grandparents, and your own parents weren't really there for you, and some of you haven't really experienced as much love as you would have liked. And with that, I feel like you did experience a lot of care with certain family members, but the people that you really wanted that love and attention from weren't always the people who you had around to give that compassion to you. So right now you're at a point now where you're quite content, okay? Because like you were attracting, okay, I feel like a lot of you were attracting people who to others would be like, why, they are a perfect partner for you, they're so nice, they're so loving, caring and all of that. I do feel like you were attracting very caring, loving people, but maybe as well that I don't feel like you're very comfortable with attracting overly feminine men, or men that are more in their feminine energy, because it's just right now that's just not the energy that you want to work with. You're needing a more masculine energy, because you are in your masculine energy. You are the King of Pentacles. You are like stuck. You are in like the King of Pentacles for me is like he's set. He knows exactly what he needs to make himself happy. He knows exactly what he needs to do to be comfortable, and quite frankly, he doesn't need anybody. He's got people who work for him. He's got people who, worship him in other ways, and he doesn't really feel like I have people that actually care about me, and it's not that serious, and like it's just like, yeah, whatever, friends, family, people in your job, or whatever you do you have a following on Instagram or something? I don't know. You just have a different source of energy that isn't the same as, receiving full on love and affection, which is like you need someone like this in your life, not to control. You don't need someone who's going to be controlling and like, oh, money obsessed, because that's obviously someone who is unbalanced in their root chakra. And I feel like a lot of you are balanced in music. Oh my god, hold on, I need to pause that, because when the music stops I lose my concentration. Okay, so basically what I'm feeling here is you are in your divine masculine, okay? So that's good. You are not a wounded masculine energy at all. You are attracting the more feminine males, or more feminine masculine, more feminine men. I feel like a lot of you, sorry if you're a guy, probably gay anyway if you're watching my channel, so you're obviously as well attracting men, but with this, it's basically just saying that for you to not, because this was in the past, so for you to not keep these kind of relationships, it's saying that you need someone that puts you into your feminine. So what I'm saying is, when you have someone who is a divine masculine and you're also a divine masculine, and it starts to put you and starts to make you work on your divine feminine energy, because there's something that you need to heal with your... I feel like a lot of you have a little bit of wounded feminine energy, and this is coming from I feel like most of you, it's coming from your childhood that you haven't really dealt with, and it's something as well, I feel like it's parents, and I feel like the grandparents were the ones that you received most of the attention from, and you didn't really receive enough attention from your own parents. So that's kind of what I'm picking up. So just take whatever resonates. If that doesn't resonate with you, it just maybe means that you know, I don't know, because I can't see anything else. That's exactly what I feel. So just take whatever resonates. I just want to pull one more for this magician, because this is kind of interesting. I like this part. Okay. I honestly feel like a lot of you are quite content, okay? A lot of you are on a new journey anyway. Okay, so I'm getting a feeling like 50% of you are just watching this because you're like, oh, whatever, I'm bored. And I don't really feel like right now is the time for you to really want to do, all of the relationship stuff, because you have the Magician card, and then clarifying that is the Fool card. So I see that you're trying out a lot of different things, and it's more so your path right now for me is that you are trying to find out what works for you in regards to right now. So whatever it is that you have been planning to work towards, you're more concentrated on that for now. So relationships, I don't really feel like is your path right now. So don't really, if you're watching this reading, you don't really have to worry that much, because for you, I see that you have a lot of universal energy that's kind of flowing through you, and in a weird way, I feel like you going after what you're afraid of, and knowing that I'm going after this because it's going to manifest, it's going to be a reality, and I'm going to conquer this. This is the kind of energy I'm getting from this pile, okay? So with that, I really, really, really feel that with you going after your fears, and doing all of the working with, energy manipulation, and doing all of the things is going to really heal you and bring you into a more balanced relationship in the future. But for right now, I just don't really feel like it's something that you guys need to worry so much about, because there's a different path here. And it doesn't seem like it's a relationship kind of path. So it says positivity, faith, and optimism. Some of you may be a Leo. We have like a lion. I'm literally thinking on the Lion King. I feel like a lot of you really are really positive people. I really feel like, because I was thinking on the Lion King and Leo and this, a lot of you are born to be leaders, and a lot of you are very positive, okay? This is a nice energy. I like this energy. I'm going to read from the book just for this card, because I don't really do that. I've never really read from this book before. And I've forgotten how the alphabet works, so just bear with me. P here. Positivity. Okay, positivity, faith, and optimism. This card comes to you as a reminder that God and the universe are on your side. The only block has been your worries. So, a simple shift to faith will result in a positive shift in your abundance flow. If you need to, pray to help in lifting away the worries and replacing them with optimism. I feel like majority of you are probably like, what? Because I get it. You're like, I am pretty positive. But what I am picking up that it's kind of your changing your external environment to bring more positivity into your internal, like, I don't know, something to do with parents as well. Okay, remember that God is your source of everything and is watching over you and your loved ones like a caring parent. God also represents your free will choices, so if you have been making negative statements about your finances, then heaven won't interfere. Trust that the infinite wisdom of God's divine intelligence and creativity already has all of the solutions for you. You'll receive these solutions as ideas and intuition when you relax, and you are so much better and able to hear the inner voice of God. Positivity is particularly useful when trying to manifest more abundance. Money is simply energy, and we want to attract this energy to us. Just as we are naturally reluctant to spend time around negative people, money is more likely to surround positive people. The same goes for any other type of abundance. For example, if you... Right, okay, we get the gist. That book's a little bit too long for me. We get the gist, like, it's... I honestly think you have no problems, though, with money. I feel like... I think that you are maybe thinking a little bit about something else that has to do with finances. I'm not sure. It's just, I feel like your money is quite secure. There's just something else that needs to be dealt with first. Like you're in a really secure place right now, but there's something else, and I don't know what it is. Oh, we have magical space clearing time. And with this, I always feel that this is talking about having two of the same thing. So really like decluttering. So going into your wardrobe, do you have two pairs of jeans and one of them's ripped? Well, get rid of the ripped pair. Or do you have too many shoes? I feel like as well. This for me is magical space clearing time. Kind of feels like this is time for you to really start fresh so that you can, because I feel like you have a lot of clutter or just you're not really motivated to change certain things in your environment, and this is kind of saying there's a bit of like stagnant energy, and that even could just mean that you might need to like move around furniture or just reorganizing, and I think a lot of people are doing that anyway, so yeah, but just basically saying that there's a new era coming here for you, so, or a new, I don't know, a new world order. Okay, sorry, too much. If you like this reading, please make sure to give it a like so that more people see this content that I'm putting out, and also click the notification bell if you would like to be updated of when I update you next. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you all in the future. Don't forget to comment below if I said that or not. I don't know. Okay, bye.